y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. I said so, I keep the bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood, so ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful, and I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop up off all of your friends, man, please. This shit ain't cynical, man, no subliminal. I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, little mama claims she want a slow job, not the type be in the tank, but in that robot. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, oh yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. He think he got her when he know he's off his butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter, producer and a writer. Give your girl a quick fix and give your man a knife.
Well, welcome along, everyone. Tuesday evening, and the rain has turned up in some places, but hey, forget about the rain. We're here to talk about the big build-up to next weekend, Anzac weekend, where we get into the New Zealand Superstock teams down at Palmerston North. This is day 2 of our team special we are doing. My name is Reno Wilkinson. Kins on air, or online, actually, when everyone knows me when I'm racing. My good friend here is Craig Booker. Hey, Book.
Hey mate, how we doing? Getting another exciting evening to look forward to tonight as well, eh?
Exactly. If we carry on from last night, look, we had a great opening night of our teams build-up. We caught up with the Glen Eagles, the Scrappers, and also the Warriors. We still got to come tomorrow. We've got the Kings, Rebels, and Panthers. Then on Thursday is our last 3 teams of the 12, Mustang, the All-Stars, and the Wildcats. We've got some good guests coming up. We had to reshuffle a little bit for tonight. So we've got the Busters coming up first. We're going to catch up with the Giants and the Hawkeyes. But Craig, mate, you got a few things you want to say thank you to a few people that made the show possible.
Absolutely. Again, we can't thank our friends at Garage 16 enough for their support, and also remember the guys that we've also bought the New Zealand Dirt Track Racing magazine. It's always a mouthful to say, isn't it? And they've given us another prize pack to give away tonight, like we did last night. So congratulations to Cheryl Harvey, our winner of last night's prize pack. That was posted up on our Facebook there. Just contact the team at Garage 16 and they'll sort you out. Tell them you were the first night's winner and they'll look after you. They're a great bunch of guys. We can't thank them enough for their help and their support. And also all the drivers that are supporting us this week too, mate, is awesome, isn't it?
Oh, totally. You know, everyone who's helped out to make this show possible over the next couple of nights, you take a look at those managers who help support this as well. And actually the biggest support, aside from the drivers, is actually you, the viewers who have been jumping in already, looking at 90 at the moment. Mate, it's like, whoa, 90 already.
Questions are firing in, brother, firing in. They got a whiff of what was last night, how good it was, and they've heard that Kerry Remnant's on. You see, that's the big thing, isn't it, eh?
Yeah, we're going to catch Kerry, the man who's got the record there, and the Busters, Seth McConchie, who will be joining us as well. But just first and foremost, Dave Thomas, Sean Kingy, Tracy Vincent, Richard and Trudy Aldridge, Chris Bailey, all on Watching Madu. Good Lee as well. The list just goes on, mate. We'll just keep going through your names. I just want to quickly get this out before we do get into it. The Wellington Wildcats Superstock team will be our last guest on Thursday. All right, that's the Levine brothers, Keegan and Ethan. Now, their team is actually after your help. Anyone down there in Palmerston North who has a workshop that's available, unfortunately, the one they would usually use is unavailable. So if you know of anyone down there who's got a workshop to accommodate for 5 cars, these guys will need your assistance. You'll see all the information and the contact details. Wellington Wildcat Super Stock Team, catch up with the boys. Any help would be appreciative, and they'll enjoy that as well.
Yeah,
So do
100%.
jump on board.
Send them a message and let's get them some help as well, because they put on the show for us, no matter what team it is. So if we can help, let's help. Let's make the show better, because then they can come back the second night, So
Yeah, totally agree, 100%, my friend. All right, let's make the show better for tonight. We're going to welcome in as our first guest.
Let's bring them in. I'll bring in
Busters.
Kerry and Seth. Here we go. You can introduce them, kids. Here we go.
There we are, down the bottom there, Kerry, Remnant, Seth Rowe. How you going, brothers? All good?
Good, guys.
Yeah, got it. Good verse, eh? All right, Kerry, let's get into this, mate. We've spoken before a couple of weeks back, mate. You got that many records. I don't want to really get into it, but your focus at the moment is getting the team prepared for next weekend. You're the captain.
Yeah, we've obviously got our management crew behind us. We've got a few things in the pipeline. We've actually got a meeting tomorrow night, just amongst the guys. A few things going on behind the scenes, but other than that, all the guys are just hard out getting their cars ready. Well, probably, to be honest, more their spares packages, because we've all been racing lately, so it's more sorting your spares out, make sure you've got enough to get through the weekend.
All right, let's tell us more about the team. We're going to talk to one of the stars that's going to join the team down in Palmerston, but just give us a rundown through your team, mate.
Obviously myself and Ross Ashby, fair bit of experience there. And then Dan Pollock's done a few meetings. We've got Seth on board. He's come on new at Huntley just back in January there, and had a fairly good outing for a newbie. Showed that he's got what we need. So that was good. We had obviously we had Ryan Hunt in the team there, but he's unavailable this weekend because his missus is due to have another baby, so he's staying home and doing the right thing there. And so we've got Joe Carter that's come into the team in the Slater boys, the new to them, but the ex Luke Myers Rees chassis car. And then we've got young Mark Dunn as our sixth man.
And I'm guessing, like you said right at the start there, Kerry, yourself and Horse have got like 100 years experience with the Busters. It's a team that you're both proud of. It's all about sharing that experience and nurturing these young ones to come on through, because they are the future going forward for the Busters.
Yeah, we like, obviously we hope they ask lots of questions and we share as much info as we can and try to lead by example. And and hopefully these guys will, carve their own way into the future of teams racing and keep going.
All right, mate. We'll bring you back in there, Seth Rowe, brother. Thank you for joining us. And I love the T-shirt, mate. Love all the graph work you do and everything like that, because we're going to talk about a specific graph work that you've got. You're going to give away a one-off opportunity very soon. We'll talk about that, mate. But when, you got Kerry there, who's done many teams. He's got the record down there. His name's etched in history down there, to be honest with you. You must be just proud to represent not only your home track, Baypark, but the Busters, but also to race along the likes of Kerry and Horse.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty new to the Superstock ranks compared to most people, so I'm just grateful to have the opportunity. I've looked up to Kerry. I first met him at Nick Kusnick's 30th properly, and I was like, "Wow, that's Kerry, isn't it?" And because that old man was like, "Bro, you want to talk to me?" I introduced him, we yarned, and I was talking to one of the boys, and I'm pretty sure my first timing teams was 03, and that's when I'm pretty sure the Busters won today, Kerry.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, that was when the red chassis, and I was just a kid. I wasn't even 18. I couldn't go to town. The rest of the boys went to town, and me and two other guys just stayed at the campground.
Wow. When you think like that about 03 as a youngster, teenager, when the rest of the bros go to town, do what they do, and you had to do what you had to do, mates. Where did this all start for you? Let's find out about you. So did you do mini stocks like everyone else, then stock cars and super stocks? What's the deal behind you?
I always wanted a mini stock. One of my mates, Josh O'Brien, was the first mini stock in Auckland as the youth. And then I just went with him and always wanted one, but just weren't in a financial situation to do it. So I had paper runs and, whatever. And did well at school. And me and my man went halves in one, got a new one from Whanganui. And did one season in it because I was aging out. And I got into rotaries and old school Datsuns and stuff like that. And then just built from that. Again, saved up, went halves with my man in a stock car, did a couple of seasons out of Auckland. That was my first team's experience, was the Alley Cats, and we won the invitation. With Lonergan and Jamie Ferguson, McNabb, and I think it's Dino. Dino Mulholland. It was mean. So, but I haven't done heaps of teams racing. I just like contact sports, like hitting and getting hit.
Mate, that's a good guy to have in your team there, Kerry, when a guy who's enthusiastic like that, and he talked a bit about meeting you at a party. He was like buzzing out. He's like, holy hell. I was like, check this out. That's Kerry Remnant, mate. Look at that. That's Kerry Remnant. When you got someone like that, mate, you couldn't ask for anyone more, but like who's enthusiastic, full of energy, doesn't mind getting hit or giving the hits out. He's just ready to go in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's actually quite handy to know, because when they come to me, I'll just wave them on by and like, get Seth, that they can hit him. No, that's good. It's good. It's it's what make the up and comers in the sport, and like Seth said back when you're a young fella, they look up to us older guys. I think I was probably 18 in 03 as well. So I didn't go to town either. But that's what the sport's about, and it's cool to see these guys coming through and looking up to us older fellas. It's pretty cool.
Right. 03 or 04 when you won it. I remember leaving Palmerston on my way out of town, heading back to Pyro, and here was a guy leading up the tree, asleep, out in the square. And I know who it was, and I'll leave it at that. And he knows who it was. He's looking at there, smiling at the moment. He was just celebrating the time. Why wouldn't you celebrate when you've done an achievement like that? Mate, Kerry, let's talk about the team's event coming up as well, and just go through their team. Young Joseph Carter, he's young. What do you reckon he's going to bring to the team? Is a bit more learning the experience from down here, Palmy?
Joe's done a lot of teams racing in the stock car scene. He can run, he can block. The super stocks. He's done a handful of meetings in the super stocks. He's had a few skids in different cars. Dan Pollock's car and that, and he's always shown a clean pair of heels. So we had a skid the other weekend at Huntley, and me and Horses were going to rubbing him up a little bit and chasing him for a few laps. And he was going good. He was going good. And that car's it's not slow, so we'll use him where we need to use him.
Yeah, it's a car that's been a teams before in the hand of Luke Myers. Mark Dunn, tell us about Mark, mate.
Mark's a good little up and comer. Same thing, done a bit of stock car teams racing. Fresh in the super stocks. He's coming along slowly. He's improving all the time. His car's let him down a little bit this season, but they're getting on top of that. It just comes down to going through it and sorting out all these little finer problems. But he's a good man to have on board. 6 man. We know he knows what he can do out there. He knows he can do it. So he's definitely good. And if he needs to jump in someone's car, he'll be more than willing.
Yeah, awesome. And Dan Pollock and the 85M, mate, this guy just wants to go hard out all the time, week in and week out. He doesn't care, he just wants to wind you off if he gets that chance. That's it, mate.
Yeah, he's pretty laid back, but Dan's a hard charger. He's got a good car. He's done a few teams races now. So, yeah, same thing. He can block, he can run. That's what you want. You want it all round, and Dan will do whatever to make it help us make it happen,
Yeah, mate. And Seth, mate, when you think of these young guys that have come on through, and I remember watching you at Huntley, mate, and like Kerry said right at the start of this chat, mate, you just gave it your all. You were actually quite outstanding, bro.
Oh, cheers. Yeah. Just wanted to do my role well, and me and our team, personal team, set a goal for the weekend, which was to finish both races and drive off the track and do my role, which, both my roles on that meeting were blocking, and I just got told what to do, and I just made sure I stuck to it. When the management tell you what to do, you do it, and if that's what they ask and you deliver, well, then I've done my job, and that was the goal. And the car held up. Unfortunately, I lost brakes both races real early, which sucked. So I was trying to stay away from the wall and not get destroyed. I got a couple of good punts, but no, I felt good in the car and the seat, and Dylan Marshall got me a good one sideways and spun me around, and that you just had to do a couple of times and get going again. But yeah, it was just as a team, it was unfortunate we lost both races, but they were only by a quarter of a lap, a corner, both races, and we were pretty much 3 versus 4 each race because we lost a car real early. So we're on the back foot. So I think we did really well considering. And again, new team, and we stuck to our roles, and that's all you can do. So we just got to keep building. I think if we keep building more and more over the next couple of years, with the likes of Kerry and Horse and bringing the new guys in, myself, and be good to get Ryan back when he can. And with the likes of Dan and Mark and Joe there, and then there's a few guys on the wings as well who are keen. So I'm keen. I'm all about team and culture. So just want to keep building on it. And I'm just excited to be a part of it. Whatever happens.
Awesome.
I'll just be all in, bro. All in.
Yeah, no, that's cool, Liz. That's good to have someone who's got ears, Kerry, then listens, not only to yourself and the management, to everyone else plays his role. It looks like he sounds like he's committed to his role and do the job for the team, because at the end of it all, it's really a team effort. That's you guys on the track, those who are out in the pits, your supporters, your fans, but really it comes down to those 4 guys on the track down in Palmy. It's a team effort, mate?
Yeah, for sure. There's no I in team.
No.
But if you're asked to do a role, if you go out there and you do everything you're asked of, you've done your job, win or lose. But it's, it's when you've seen them plenty over the years, just many times. A guy went out there and he's supposed to be blocking, and the next thing he's peeling off laps, and it's like, well, it doesn't work. As long as you do your role, what you're asked of, win or lose, you're a team man.
Yeah. No matter what happens, that's the last thing you want to do if you're given a role and someone changes it and stuffs it all up. The whole momentum, everything just goes out of bloody sync, and who knows? You're chasing your tail. You're not working as a team. That's the way it seems to work these days, especially when you take a look at teams that have run over the recent years. Just want to say a big welcome on board Sean Kingy, who was excited. He can't wait for teams. Dave Thomas, mate. Yeah, we'll have the Gisborne Giants. Ethan Rees has just been messaging me. He is back and ready to join us very soon. We've got so many people tuned in. Petrol Fumes as well. Dave, Madu, good to have you back on board. Scott Honeybone from down in Southeast watching. The list just goes on. Brad Wright, a big supporter of you guys, actually does sim racing with us. He's going to design his whole sim outfit as busters as he can. He says, hey, team, he's a massive Busters fan. We just got so many people watching you, mate, and all these people, 103 at the moment, just live, they're all fans, and how important are the fans to this weekend?
Oh, yeah, fans, that's where it's at, That's what the sport's about. It's pretty boring. It was just us going around with no one watching. So having the fans and the supporters, no matter which team they're backing, just purely having them there just makes the whole atmosphere of the whole weekend,
Seth, for you looking forward to the grand parade, mate, at Palmy? It's been out the front of all the crowd there talking about fans. I mean, everyone talks about how amazing it is to be out there in front of everybody yelling and screaming your name. I mean, I'm watching the comments here, and there's heaps of people already commenting that are your big fans, mate. So I'd say you'll get a decent cheer going around the track. You looking forward to that part of it, that build-up, or?
Yeah, huge, yeah. I remember when Jay Huggies did it, and he did like a smack talk one, and he just said how it's just unreal. And like I'm tight with Lonergan, and I've been out in the middle when the All Stars did it a couple of years back, 2019, and was doing some editing for them. Yeah, it's just unreal vibe. I got goosebumps now, eh? Like, yeah, it's going to be massive. I'm excited. I'm a little bit bummed that they're not doing the in the square.
Yeah.
I was excited for that, but hey, it's just what it is, and the timing and the delays and whatever. So, but yeah, I think we'll get into Pittsburgh and crank our wet sound system and create a mean vibe.
Mate. You might have to come and back down, Kerry, when he comes off the track at the after the big introduction to teams weekend. You'll have to come back down, do you think, to get him in his car?
Aye, we're right. We'll just put on a stereo. We'll just put something he hates. That'll sort him out.
So what kind of sounds are you going to have pumping down there? See, what kind of sound you into?
Oh, but I get something. I like a bit of 80s, 90s. Always gets everyone going there.
That's the way.
Some good bass beasters. Get it going there.
Yeah, awesome.
Mate, but AC/DC.
You're on to gets the sounds going. Is this going to play quite a major thing into the preparation of that first night? Because what Seth just mentioned, that's quite a big thing down at the square. Man, nearly every bloody business in town's just about shut and they all come down to the square. It's normally a nice sunny day. The atmosphere is the start of it. We see the vehicles parading around town, coming into the square. Everyone's waiting for their teams. Is this going to make a bit of a difference now that the actual scrutineer is down at the pits? Do you change focus or what happens there?
No, it's just, like you said, it's just a part of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think I see they're allowing each team to set up tables and sell all their merchandise, and so you got your own little areas, and giving everyone heaps of room. So sort of it's up to the individual team, depending on how they set up the area, that'll create its own atmosphere. But yeah, it's definitely going to be different, but I don't think it'll affect what happens on the track,
Awesome, mate. And then you've got the autograph session. Seth, you'll be looking forward to this, sitting there and amongst all the fans going through the big room and doing a bit of autographing,
Oh, yeah, I'll get into it. Yeah. I think
practicing.
I got a couple of years I've been trying. It changes every time. I need to figure out how to do it right.
All right, mate.
But I think, as Kerry is saying, I think it's going to be a different vibe, but it'll be almost more pumping because it's going to be the new Palmy Pits looks epic how it's just one lane.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to just start from one end, walk down one side, turn around, come back up the other. I think it'll be massive, and it'll just be rows of colours of different teams. It'll be huge. Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be able to move, to be honest. I think in the square you couldn't move, and that was with a lot more room than what you guys are going to have. So if you got your music pumping and everything there, I think you'll draw your crowd, and your supporters will be there. I think it's going to be an awesome. Yeah.
No, for sure.
Mate. Mate, I'm coming over. We're doing the 80s, 90s dance, eh? Bro, it's going to be hammer time. Yeah. Flash dance. Yeah, let's talk about horse, your mate there, Kerry. The only tank that's actually going to be out there this team's weekend. Horse mentioned to me to ask Bruce that question. We had Bruce Robertson on yesterday, but I didn't actually see the message until a bit later on. But Horse was saying he's the only bloody tank that's going to be out there for this team's week in a couple of weeks.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Horse is a tank man through and through now. So, good on him, being the only one. He loves that machine of his. So, no, that's cool. You'll see you've got the tank one in the background there. He's on there about 3 times. I've actually got a copy of that.
Yeah.
He's the only tank. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he just let us know about that. Keegan Levine, who we're going to catch up with in a couple of nights, mate, he says, cheers, lads, and that'll be for acknowledging those who want to come out and help the Wellington Wildcats because they are after a garage and something to fix up their vehicles. Unfortunately, their ones pulled through, so jump on their Facebook page and give them a message. Carl Carpendale's busy watching. Hey, lads, good to have you on board, Carl. Matt J's watching as well. Chris Bailey, Chris56, love you, Seth. Hey, love you, Seth. Already into it. Thomas Jr. Hudinui, bust up time, baby. Baypark Busters.
He's one of my crew and actually sponsors me as well. Lowline Earthworks.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
The Baypark way. Get in touch with Tomo. He'll sort you out. Yeah.
Yeah, we had one of the whānau from Hudanui's down in Taupo racing with us, old Big H. He was racing with us online and that, and busy driving his main freight trucks around and doing his talks on his story chats and going hundy there. Mate, you have a lot of supporters there. The list just goes on. Here's one for you, Kerry. Troy Adamson.
Oh, no.
Yes. I've been catching up with Troy for a fair bit there as well. He was just looking forward to watching you guys on the show, and he's just enjoying it, mate. He's watching from across over in the ditch. Yeah,
he was giving me a bit of abuse today. So, as much as he gives, I give it straight back to him.
Yeah, I know, mate. He messaged me all that stuff. He wanted me to say it on the show. I said, nah, mate, it's a family show. That's all.
Yeah. Sorry, I just thinking you're talking about sponsors and who sponsors you. Before you guys can remember your sponsors for your team for this weekend or next weekend? Well, I put you on the spot, have I?
I know the team one.
Yeah, I'll let you do that, Seth.
Obviously, Pollock Cranes is our main one. And then we've got DMB Construction, who actually helped me out as well. Dave and Ben jumped on board this season, which is cool. And you got JSwap Contractors. They're pretty big firm these days, and they're all around the place. Metal Co Recyclers is another one. Ashby Engineering, and then Mobile Engineering as well. He's been helping out the team for ages. So he's a good man.
That's why he's in the bloody team, Kerry.
He's got it written down, eh? What do you got down there?
Gotta be prepped, bro. Gotta be prepped.
It's prep. Yeah, it's prep.
Hey, real team man, he knows what's going on.
Can I run off my own sponsors or what?
Oh, brilliant. Look, what was it like when you heard the draw being announced and, you're taking on the Giants and the Hawkeyes?
Man,
Yeah, bring it on, eh?
That's
man,
what
you're
it
running
is.
against the Giants. It's going to be epic.
He's excited, Kerry. Look, he's at theirs.
Yeah, I had Pete Rees in my group for qualifying in the 240s, and we were running the third heat. He almost got me coming out of turn 2 for the last lap, and then he was on the inside going into turn 3, and I braked hard. He went past, and I ducked under and slide shot him coming out, and then I was loving it. I was like, "Yeah, bring on his boot, Pete." You know? I went and like gave my hug after the race, mate.
Oh, mate, you're just ready to get out there, bro, and turn it on. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Tracy Vincent, 26 years straight, your legend. Talking to you, Kerry, here. It's just cool to see the boys here. And Kerry, what's some of your best team's highlights so far?
Obviously, starting back in '97 with the Hawkeyes, and then just a lot of years with the Waikato, and then once we got tied up with the Busters, 02 we sort of got that together, and then 03 we won, 04 we won, 05 we got third. I think we were 27 teams races on the trot. That's pretty cool. I don't think many teams will ever do that again. And then just we got obviously had a lot of years with a few different teams on the way through, and then getting the Busters back together in 13, 14, and then having a win in 14 was pretty cool. 3 wins with the Busters, sort of pretty cool. And then 15 was pretty cool, getting the Brawlers together, just to chuck a team together, and we did well there. And then just since then we've had a lot of close calls in that, but just this year will be different.
Seth, when you said you went to that party, mate, all those years gone by, and you were like buzzing out, you reminded me then when you're saying, man, there's Kerry Remnant. Reminded me of a guy in the gas station in Auckland, go, hey, it's Richie McCoy. It's Richie McCoy, Bro, that's what you reminded me of then. But now you're going to race alongside Kerry. Bro, that must be just a privilege, eh?
No, it's buzz, eh? Yeah, even I remember being young and we dressed up as tennis players going to Palmy one year. I don't know why we dressed up as tennis players. Like kitty cats and tigers we were gripping the tigers. And they looked at us and laughed. They thought we were clowns. But Brendan Higgins is a big I idol him. He's the man, I reckon, as well. And the likes of many other legends. But and he's just a lad. He's always up for a yarn. And I think it's just awesome. Like Kerry's done 26, coming up 26 or 27. Like this is my first one, and I'm just real grateful for the opportunity and just keen to give it a go. And when I lose, I just want to put it all out there and put a show on for the crowd. I ain't gonna pull off. I'm gonna stay out there and get destroyed if I have to.
Good on you, mate. You put yourself in the big show there, and that is the big show. Everyone talks it around the biggest show of New Zealand Speedway, if not New Zealand motorsport. The thousands of fans that turn up there. We're talking about January at Huntly and how that team's event went, and that would have been the ideal warm up for London if we were in February. It was ideal. I hope they keep that event going over there because that is just massive, and it's a good way to get to know the team's guys, or get them to know each other, get a taste of that feeling before the big show if it goes back to February. I think it is going to be February. Bruce said to us yesterday the dates have already been confirmed for 23. I hope so, because I've already booked my bloody motel, so I'm going to be rocking on down there. Sean Kingy, been enjoying watching you race, Sefro. Keep the hustle, my bro, so keep it going there. Mark Eagle, Mentor One, Mike Mack. Is that purple G's that Seth drinking? Yeah, man, the man. Woohoo.
Hey, I thought I'd better grab an appetizer while we're doing this.
Big Spray Brooks on board. So hello, everyone. Thanks, Specs. Jason Cole, he was just in our little Discord. He disappeared, but he's jumped back on board. How's the spares package coming along, Seth? How's the spares?
Yeah, good. Our team management's pretty good. We go over a lot of stuff earlier or at the end of last year when we had some team meetings and went through some things, and Kerry and Horse sort of got a bit of stuff together for us all to work on, and just been building slowly. But now I've got a spare for most things now, and whatever I don't have, horses got for me, so it's all good, eh?
You know he's bloody watching, eh? You know he's bloody watching.
Oh, I say, horse, you 26 flying, eh, bro?
It's all good, mate. What it's gonna be like, Kerry? You know, you're heading down there yourself, Seth. On your way down, all your fans will be going past, driving out, beep beep beep, beeping away. Go to Busters! It's just gonna be unreal, mate.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool just to drive down. I think we were talking the other night about early in the day. It was always the Waikato flags and that back in the day, but just driving down. I think we were all crabbing down on the Friday, probably around lunchtime. So yeah, no, it'll be pretty cool. There'll be a lot of people going Friday, make a weekend of it. So we're going to travel down together, the Busters. So we'll be having a few stops along the way. I don't think Steve's going straight through, but the rest of us are stopping. We just get jokes because the truck's a bit slower, but we'll be do a few stoppages on the way. But Friday will be a good catch up for everybody. And Friday night we'll be in town. We might go and check out that new Speedway Garage Bar.
Yeah, that looks good, eh?
Yeah, couple of quiet ones, so everyone's around. Keep an eye out for the buses in town, and then we'll be into it Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, no, awesome, mate. Look, I know Bruce Robertson started our show yesterday, and he made mention back in the days when people travel home after the big weekend. And I remember going through Desert Road and one of the sharp bends, I think, when the Busters won it, and someone had spray painted on the big concrete wall. Yeah, the big Busters thing. We see it everywhere, and I think years gone by, a lot of those teams have done that. Scott Penn, the boys, he's joined us as well. The list just goes on, mate.
Even I'm getting a bit of crap now, Kins, too. I see. Hey, they asked us who we support. Someone said I supported the P. I'll support shortly, people.
Yeah, He'll play a bloody song soon. Warren Fraser, good to have you on board. Warren, Bevan Giltrap, best of luck, Kerry and the team as well. Richie Necourt has been watching as well. Dirt Nuts, give it to him, boys. Jaden Lowe. He's on board, mate. Hiss it, Seth, bro, eh?
Hey, using that hiss it word.
I knew it would take off.
Yeah, it's going hard out, mate. You just got so many fans in there. Thomas Jr., Hudanui. Mate, me and you, Seth, he said we've got to do the YMCA.
We can flash mob that one.
Oh, mate, there's just so many people coming. And Elson Tiwani, who crews for Horse 38 Tank Hardcore. Yeah, the tank will be going hard that weekend. Oh, mate, there's just so many bloody comments. Keep these comments coming in because they do have a wonderful prize thanks to our friends at Garage 16, Craig.
Yeah, Garage 16 Media and the new owners of the New Zealand Dirt Track magazine have got another prize package for us to give away tonight. Same prize package as last night. You can see it on our page, what we're giving away. I think it's their first edition of New Zealand Dirt Track magazine, which they're going to bring out straight after teams. Is going to be a full teams edition for their first magazine they're doing. So you'll get a free copy of that. You're going to get a shirt, NZDTR shirt, and you're going to get some dustproof glasses from Garage 16, as well as they call it a gaiter. So it's a thing that comes up around your face and neck. So that's a pretty good package to give away again. So we had our winner last night with that. So that was fantastic. And just to say to the people watching, we're not ignoring our guests when we're looking away and not paying attention to them. We're actually looking at your comments and operating everything in the background. So to our guest, to Seth and Kerry as well, we're not ignoring you when we're not looking at you, mate.
Just looking at all these comments.
I see Ethan is sitting there in the background too now, Kin, so we have got him in there waiting as well. So
awesome. So just to wrap it up here, used to Murray Goodley, Battle of the Bays once again. Yeah, there's just so many people there supporting you guys, and we do appreciate you too. I know Kerry's he's done the hui with us. Now he's off to do the dewey with the team out there, work on the car, Seth, and thank you for coming to join us, bro, and sharing your enthusiasm. You're just amped to go alongside with this legend next year. I wish you all the best. And like I said, mate, I've been with the Busters since, can you see that?
Yeah.
35 years, one of the OG tops. But even going before then. Yeah. So I got all that
Seth's got something too. Remember, Kinsey wants to
got
a giveaway there, Seth?
Yeah, you can just hand it out with your giveaway there.
Add that to the package?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So there you go. With that package tonight, Seth has got a laminated picture of the car and signed. He reckons he's got Kerry's signature on the back of it. So
Yeah, that's Joel Hickey from Stars of Speedway. He did that up for me with 2 of my kits and the Busters one too. So yeah, make sure you buy his books. He does drawing books you can buy off the Stars of Speedway site. Pretty cool, and they're like $10-15. Good for your kids. But yeah, I've got a couple of these, so I'm giving away some special kids down Palmy. But don't come asking, I'm going to just give them away. I only got a couple, bro. So yeah. But yeah, whoever wins your pack, suss it out with them and then come and see me and I'll give them this one.
Awesome, mate. Awesome. Hey, I do thank you both once again. Thanks for your prize here, Seth, bro. And from all your fans out there, I know Noel Phipps is watching as well. And of course, Brad Wright's kids are waving as well. They just love the Busters. You got heaps of support out there. Safe travels to you and your team, your families, and the crew that do all the hard work. I know they're in the sheds at the moment, especially at Kerry's place. Yeah. But I do appreciate you.
Fun. We can just carry on talking, you know.
No, I do appreciate you guys taking out the time and obviously making the shift from 8 o'clock where we had you scheduled to be available at 7:30. So I do thank you on behalf of the team at Cockpit Media, and safe travels. I'll be down there with you boys and go, yeah, we hard out. So let's do it, and see how we get on. And I wish you all the best. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Cool. Thank you.
Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers, guys. There we go. The Busters, Baypark Busters, always good to catch up with Kerry. And, of course, first time we've caught up with Seth and wishing them all the best.
Old Seth, he's ready to go, mate.
He's
ready to go.
Awesome. He's ready to rock. Awesome. He's ready to get in there.
Got me excited for it, Kins.
I tell you what, we're going to play his music, and if I catch you with Seth, mate, we're going to do some, I don't know, MC Hammer or YMCA like Thomas Hoodoo. Why not? And actually, I might even live stream it on our Cockpit page for the hell of it. You can watch me down there. It's all about having fun, and when it gets to the business, these guys get out there on the track, as Kerry's done it for like 20 plus years, a true legend, and of course, his name's etched in the history down there at this event as well. And talking of a young man who was... well, it's in the blood, basically. And we know what his dad is.
Works. People that are watching, if we don't quite have sound and stuff, we'll just do a couple of things, but it will bring Ethan in now and hope it's all 100. Let's go.
All right, let's see if he's here with us. There he is.
Can you
hear us, mate?
Yeah, all good, Seth?
Oh,
yeah, good. So you would have heard the tail end of that, I'm guessing, the time you might have joined in with those two boys, Seth and Kerry.
Yeah, I was actually watching for the last, about 20 minutes, actually. So, yeah, I've heard it all.
Mate, you're in the same group as the Busters, eh? You ready for them?
Oh, yeah, always ready for a team race, eh? And it's nothing better than coming up against a good Busters team. Definitely.
Yeah. All right, mate. So how things been with you? A couple of weeks away, already ready to rock and roll and get things in the place? Or you're pretty busy in the shed as always, or what you doing?
Still got a little bit to do, but nothing too major. Just a few bits here and there, check a few bolts and whatnot, and chuck some new stuff on it, and we're pretty much good to go, actually. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, right. All right, someone just popped up with a question here. Ethan, Big Spraybrook, can you give us an insight of when the team may be named, the Giants?
I'm actually not too sure. Dad controls all that, and it'll be within a couple of days at least. We're just sort of finalising a few more spots and whatnot.
Well, there we go, everyone. He's pretty well out to do it.
Tonight, or has he run away from us?
What's that?
Are we going to see Dad tonight, or has he run away?
No, I didn't actually get a chance to talk to anyone, to be honest. I've been a bit flipping busy at work. And,
okay. That's all right, mate.
Hey, Noel. Thanks for the good comment, mate. Yeah, it's a lot of fun here. Tracy Vincent, look, she's always watching us when we do our shows, and she's already going, yeah, up the G, eh? Already starting, mate.
Yeah, definitely get into it, eh?
Let's the Rees name, and you get asked this all the bloody time, mate. We know what your dad's done and all this. He's destroyed nearly everything that he's been racing tens for the last, I don't know how many bloody years. Mate, you're following his footsteps, bro.
Oh yeah, like I say, it's in mine and Ash's blood. Eh? We're just sort of out there doing what Dad's created us to do, and we're enjoying it at the same time. And I'm managing to do it with Dad at the same time as well. So I'm loving it.
You love special, mate, doing teams of your dad.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, it was awesome when we first started the Giants, and me, Ash, and Dad were all on the same team. That was something unreal. But obviously, me and Dad are still on the same team now, and it's I wouldn't change it for anything. Eh?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, no, that must be a very, very lucky position that you're in, mate. You know, just to think like that. And there's been so many legend drivers who don't or even have the opportunity to have either maybe their son or daughter to race alongside with them, you know. When you take a look at the bars, for an example, if I just use them, you know, that type of thing. And we're going to talk to a couple of guests later on, actually, in the show, father and son. So we're going to catch up with the O'Briens a bit later, and they're the next guests on. But, mate, you're pretty, you know, you got it going on there, bro. And I know you love teams, and I know you love to dish it out, mate. You don't bloody hold back.
No, definitely teams is definitely one of my biggest events for my personal self, and I love it. I'd do it every day of the week if I could. It's awesome.
Mate, you're pretty amped like bloody Seth was. He can't wait.
Yeah, neither can I.
Must be like a younger generation thing. Was Dad very similar back 10 odd years ago? You know, was he amped and angst, ready to go and get into the bloody team thing?
To be honest, he's still like it today. He's 50 years old, and he still loves team racing. That'll never change. That'll never change at all.
Wicked. Mate, you've got so many fans already jumping on board, and I do welcome all the Gisborne Giants fans for tuning in. Look, Michael, up the mighty G, the list just goes on. And typical, someone had to throw some comment in here, Brad Wright. Ethan, do you think you'll make the team? I had to say it. Oh, mate, you're in. Yeah, mate, you are, well, Kylie's jumped in there. Kylie's put a lovely question. Ethan, you're good at reading teams racing, and you know when to stop your rolls, mate. You are. And that bloody machine of yours is just hell on wheels.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hats off to, obviously, Dad and that for building an awesome car that can handle the punishment that we give them. And, I mean, hey, team racing is something special, but, I mean, I'm not going to flip in. I'm not a superstar, but it's once you get the hang of it, it's a cool thing to be able to read a race and change from blocking to running or vice versa, and it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling, put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Hey, mate, I know the big deal because you guys are always down there on the Friday. You're getting prepared. You normally put the cars on display. They look immaculate when you're down there at your sponsors. I tell you what, it's just unreal, actually. And the crowds that roll on up real early to see you guys, meet you guys, get your merchandise, to see the Gisborne Giants, their favourite team, on display. Mate, that's just a spectacular way you do it. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's definitely an awesome way to start a massive weekend off, to be honest. And that sets off to McVeary Crawford and Simon Fusion for making the cars look unreal and putting us on at the McVeary Crawford site down there. And without them, would it be just flipping Billy basic? But I think this year we're sort of based out of Dad's with the COVID thing going on with the numbers inside and whatnot. But we'll still have McVeary Crawford in the cars, and they'll be bigger than ever.
Yeah. We've also asked the other guys that joined us yesterday, and obviously just those two before, the square thing's not happening. It's down at the pits. But how much does that atmosphere of the square, when you guys rock up and you park in your little corner where you always parked for many years, fans are just amped and they're waiting for you. You know, teams drive around the roundabouts, do their big build-up, get the crowd into it, and it's already amped. How important is that, to you as a driver?
I mean, it'll definitely take a bit of a hit out of it, but I mean, as much as the Grand Parade for me is the big one for me. You go to the pit gate, rolling at the pit gate, and it's the roar you get from the crowd is unbeatable, to be honest. You can hear it over your own car running on the track. It's something different. The square is definitely awesome, but we're just going to adjust to that, and we'll just have to make our own flipping amping up somehow.
Is it just exciting doing that Grand Parade? Say this weekend is the first one you did. It's still
definitely, man. Yeah, I still remember Asher saying to me, he was like, when you go out the gate for the Grand Parade, just remember to chill your nerves because it'll blow your mind. I was like, no, we're fine. And honestly, at the pit gate, I was like, holy shit.
So it got you pumped, eh?
Yeah, it gets you pumped, and I guess in some cases it probably can get you flipping worked up too, but it's something different, man. Like, you ask any team racer, it's something different.
Yeah. Had you done that previously with Dad? Back in the day, the kids sat on the cars back in Dad's day. Have you already been out there as a young fella, back you and your brother?
Yeah, I did, but I probably didn't appreciate as much because I wasn't actually out on the track doing it myself, if you know what I mean. But
yeah,
I did experience it on the front of Dad's car, and I think I'd done Ash's car once, a couple of times, but I did experience it, but nothing beats when you're on the back of a car flipping people go nuts, eh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is a place that's got a lot of history when it comes to teams, and the fans travel from afar. I do know there's the odd one or two now flying back in from the country, and a lot of fans, and I'll say this, do miss the Lions there, the Great Britain Lions
Yep.
from the UK, and they bring it with some world-class drivers who really don't get to know the cars that they're in. They pretty well jump straight in there. Some get to have a bit of a drive, and it's just something that we missed over the last few years. So as Bruce Robertson said to us yesterday, Books, he's hoping the Lions will come back and we'll see what happens there, But we miss those guys, and I know there's a few of them watching it on the show tonight. We are Cockpit Media, everyone. We are a show that's going to be here through to this Thursday as part of the build-up to the big event in a couple of weeks. Tickets are still available too. Bruce was telling us yesterday, go to Ticketek and you can find out details there. Sean Kingy, mate, Sean old DK, and I can tell with the smile, Yeah, boy, let's go, Ethan. Gizzy is on.
Oh, yeah, hopefully, boy, we'll be on, definitely.
I think he's going to come down this year, actually. So looking forward to this. Watching the Rees racing is what made me buy a stock car. Talking about Matt J.
Well, that's definitely cool to have some inspiration for someone to buy a stock car. I mean, hey, we're only out there doing what other people probably dream of, but it's cool to see other people are taking inspiration from it and buying their own car, and that's awesome to see.
Hey, let's talk about this particular car, and everyone's talking about the 801 and everything. Do you have to adjust the car for an event like Teams, or you just pretty well carry on with the same car that you race week in and week out type of thing?
Just race the same car week in, week out. I mean, we'll make a few slight setup changes here and there, but nothing too strenuous. I mean, we've only done 8 meetings in the car, so I mean, I'm sure we should be right with what we've already done. So we're all good.
Awesome, mate. Scott Honeybone from down Christchurch. He's not going to be up at the Teams event, but 2019 brings back memories. And actually, myself and Craig Booker, we were sitting there, mate. And I don't think you got any Christmas presents from Thomas Stanaway. I'll just say that.
Oh, yeah, it was one of those things that I was in the right place, right time, when he was in the wrong place, wrong time, and it was it was one of those things. I mean, it was definitely an awesome hit, but I don't live off that hit, so
took out my bloody Hawkeyes. I don't know.
I mean, hey, I'm not in the race, so I didn't really.
I've actually in the build-up, the video we've got for we start the show. I've got that hit in the show, so as courtesy of Petrol Fume sent us some footage, so that hit's in the show too, because you can't leave something that big out, really, can you?
Nah, I mean, it was like
broke my heart.
It was definitely something special, but I mean, it didn't win us the race, so it was sort of ineffective. But I mean, hey, the crowd enjoyed it, and it was awesome. So bring it on.
Yeah, it entertained the crowd, but there's a lot that goes on too, and things might unfold in these different ways out there on the track. When you get out off the track, mate, you have a beer, you catch up, you're good mates. Whatever happens on the track, that's the business at the end of it, and then you're still mates afterwards. So that's a good thing about Speedway.
Definitely, you're right. I mean, I was only down in Nelson about a month ago having a beer with Thomas Stanaway at a wedding. So we still communicate and talk, and that there's no loss. That's how it is.
Yeah, totally. And that's what some of these people who may be watching at the moment, and you get these ones who'll type away and everything and get it out of hand, taken right away from what it is. But at the end of the day, mate, you're still mates and you enjoy each other. And that's what it's all about. That's what brings what we love to talk about Speedway in the Speedway world. It's just real cool. Wayne Christopherson wants Booker. Oh, no, it's not there, mate. He ain't got a big bloody spider on the wall.
He made someone else have a look for it, though.
How important is the crew to you, Ethan, mate, and family, to this event, this particular event?
Start with family. Family is definitely an important thing. I mean, pretty much for 2 weeks for the build-up teams, I'm not home. I'm at Dad using the cars and doing what I can to make sure the car's 110%.
And you're a new dad now too, aren't you?
Coming up in August we do.
August. I thought someone told me you'd already. Sorry, apologies. That'd be exciting for you too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Another generation coming through at some stage.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. When you think the two genes are the parents, mate, it's inevitable, eh?
Oh, yeah, no, it is definitely. As much as I probably say it's not, it's going to happen.
And I suppose one day you'd be loved to doing teams racing with your child, mate.
Yeah, I mean, that could possibly happen. That'll be pretty awesome to have, because he's going to be a boy as well. So here we.
Wow!
Hey. Yeah, I bet the pram looks like a stock car, does it?
You wait, boy, you'll see it.
There won't be any It won't be any normal stock car, it'll be bloody Rees Pram stock car. I know that, eh?
That's the one, man. That's the one.
And Dad will
But,
redesign it every year, eh?
Yeah, no, every year with different brand, definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, so how do the Rees prepare for teams? Like in the week building up to teams, like we've done this show 2 weeks prior to teams because we figured everybody the week before teams is major focus. And with you guys, obviously, probably still building chassis for people and things like that. How do you guys prepare for your teams build up that week before teams? How much work? What do you do?
For me, I take a couple of days off towards the end of the week, but I'm out there every night after work. I work in town, but I'm out there every night after work doing what I can. You know, if it's making spares or painting tyres or whatever it is, I'm doing that. But for Dad's point of view, he takes the whole week off, and sometimes the week before as well.
Oh, okay.
Just because he obviously when you're building cars every day, he needs to focus on his job. But when it comes to teams time, he'd rather have a week off so he can focus on what he's got to do. Have some early nights, do his car, do spares, or just do whatever really, and just chill, just relax. Pretty much.
Yeah. So just it takes a step back, eh? Just to reset, basically. Is that what we're saying?
Pretty much, man, and just get your head in the right mindset. I mean, if you're taking phone calls all day, every day, and working on cars, it's not really the ideal world. But if he can just sit back and relax and do his own thing, and literally just do what we need to do, and that's it, nothing else. It's awesome to see though, because it's about the only one time he gets to calm down.
Yeah. So also, are you going to do the open day there this year for teams as well? You're going to be doing open day, don't you? You guys, you're doing that again this year?
Yep, yeah. So we'll be based there from Saturday day we'll be there, but I think the open day is from Sunday and we'll be there from Monday, and people are welcome out from on Sundays on the finals day and whatever. We'll be there working on cars and whatnot. Yep, definitely.
Oh, awesome! Oh, that's good, eh?
Yeah, no, it is. It's good to get the fans to see what goes on after races and what happens after big teams win, and they can see bits getting cut off and bits getting put back on, and then the cars come out like brand new again. So it's awesome for the fans to see that,
How important are the fans, mate? The fans, that's what drives you guys there, and they're following you on your way to the track and everything. When they leave their homes, they've got their Giants flags and everything going. They're wearing the merchandise. Fans are a very, very important part of the team.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're right. Fans are a very, very important part of the team, and we've got some pretty loyal and dedicated fans now. That love the Giants and they follow us go to woe. So I mean, there's a whole lot of people that love what we do and they enjoy it. That's awesome to see.
Scott Penn says up the G, mate. He's giving up the G. Let's go for it. Shane Duran actually's got a pretty good question. What loss has hurt the most when it comes to teams racing?
What loss? Probably. It'll probably have to be a couple of years back. I think it was 2020 when we made the final with only 3 cars and we versed Hawkesbay in the final.
Yeah, I remember that.
we were so close, but we just ran out of manpower, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We used our 6th driver on the first night after the first race, which is not ideal. We went out there and had a tough semi-final against Panthers, and we lost another driver, and we were another car down. And I mean, that would probably have to be one of the sorest.
There was a lot of controversy over that too before that race happened on that one.
Yeah, originally we were only going to have 1 car because Dad we stood down and Tim was not feeling right. And
is that right? The Hawkesbay guys stood up for it and said no. Is that?
I don't actually know the finer details. I was sort of trying to ignore that and get my own car ready as I was trying to be professional about it and make sure I was good to go because I was going to go out no matter what. If I was 1 car or 2 cars, I was going to go out there no matter what.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, as far as I know, I think the officials sort of woke up and realised, hang on here, we've made a bit of a foofa and, made it, just.
The crowd. I think that, let's say the fans, I think if they had left it like that, I think the fans would have torn them to shreds.
Yeah, it would have been
we go to teams and we get all the way through teams and we get to that final race. As fans, we want to see a final race. We don't want the stewards to decide what happens for that final race as fans.
No,
so
I
think there was. Yeah, I think if they had done that, there would have been. It probably would have been a riot at Palmy teams for the first time.
Yeah, but I was prepared to go out there myself, and if Tim went out, I'll be happy. But yeah, no, it's definitely a bit of a bit of a blow to the team and a bit of a to the headspace. You know, you're sort of gearing up for the final, and it's like other stuff's going on. It's like, what are we doing?
Something like that
Yeah.
really messes with your head a bit. You know, takes your focus. Was it
Yeah,
hard
it
to
does.
focus back on the race once that's all happened? Was it hard for you to get back into that, or did you already feel a bit deflated?
It was a bit, but once I sort of figured out what was going on, and at the time Dad was not doing it, so I was like, right, we're going out there no matter what. I still had to focus myself and get ready, and then luckily it got reversed or whatever happened. And
Yeah.
I was already ready to go pretty much, you know.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I often wondered how hard it was to refocus again after that. I mean,
Yeah, it
you,
definitely took a bit of blow.
you must go through so many highs and lows all weekend
Yeah.
with that, you know,
Yeah.
and to be at that stage, and it's like, oh,
Pretty much, you're right. I mean, you know,
you still put on a show though, you guys, with the 3 cars. I tell you.
Oh, we definitely try our best. We'll definitely go, you know, definitely try what we can do to make.
I might have been a little bit biased there.
He would have been. He would have been the biggest bloody bias fella there. Hey, Troy Adamson over in Australia has been talking away here. What does winning New Zealand Teams Champs in the Giants sit in comparison to the 1NZ Superstock Champion individual? Is Teams the ultimate title? Which one would you prefer?
I'll get asked this question quite a lot, and I always say teams. I'd rather win teams. I mean,
Wow.
I've always been a teams fan, and I've always wanted to win teams. And I mean, hey, one day it's going to happen, I'm sure. Well, I hope so. Anyway, I haven't jinxed it now, but you know, I'd rather win teams any day of the week.
All right, Richie Neekorder, what was your favourite teams race?
Favorite teams race? Ooh, probably have to be against the Kings once again in 2020 when we versed them when Asher was in the Kings that year, and they're probably one of my favourite ones. Obviously, they won it, but it was still a good teams race, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Ethan, do you have any race day rituals from Tracy Vincent?
Oh, not really. Wake up in the morning, have a coffee, and get into it.
Get into the business.
What's it like? What are your thoughts when you come up against your brother in a teams race? Are you thinking, I've got to get him before he gets me, or what goes through your head with Asher being there? And
oh, definitely a fair bit, because he's a fierce competitor. He's probably much like everyone else out there, but he's something different, as we all know. He can drive the wheel of anything and make everyone look silly. So he's definitely a man to look out for. But pretty much, I just flipping try and stay out of his way, or just try and beat him to me, like you said. Try and beat him to me, and before he gets me, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, awesome, mate. Hey, is your lovely lady standing next to you? Is she?
No, she was, but she's just gone to bed. She's a bit tired.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask her what
right now, mate.
Yeah, I was just going to ask her what goes through her mind when she sees you're getting ready for this, but then she would know she does stock cars and everything anyway. So
I think she used to get pretty nervous, but I guess now it's just a yearly thing, and she sort of gets over it now.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't she really?
Yeah.
Hey, Matt Jay's just asked a question away from the team side of things. How good was the Rees 1, 2, 3 on the podium at Ocean View?
Yeah, there was definitely something special. That's probably to this date topped my it's topped the bucket list, to be honest. I've always wanted to be on the podium with Dad at a national title and Asher, and we finally clocked it, I guess. It was definitely a special moment.
I don't think anyone else has done that, have they? I'm not sure. The fans will tell us.
I think there's a few in the mini sprint class, but I believe we're the first in a contact class. I believe.
Yeah. Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Okay, mate. Now we're all at and looking forward to seeing the Gisborne Giants roll on up and rocking up and do what they do, put the biz out there and get it out there on the track and do what they got to do to kind of take the title back down to Gisborne. And, mate, let's talk about the Auckland Teams Nationals. You know, that's a tough event. You've done a few of those. That's one hell of a hard wall. And obviously it's different to the Palmy wall, but it's first over the line. You know, that is a different beast compared to Palmy.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's definitely a different beast, and I personally, I like the racing more up in Auckland because it's more, like say, cutthroat. It's first across the post. It's pretty brutal. Can be brutal. Yeah. But with that atmosphere, it's sort of a bit hard. But I mean, the racing by far is a whole lot better. It's an awesome track surface. The wall's not forgiving. It's battered around you. But no, it's definitely an awesome event, that one. Definitely.
Awesome, mate. Well, Ethan, I know you're busy, mate. Your lady's going to have a bit of a rest, and I do appreciate you taking
we've got Regan and Kairyn sitting there waiting, so
we do thank you for your time. Look, I just want to wish you and the Giants and all your fans and supporters, your sponsors, all the best. Supporting a great team, mate, and you're representing the G hard, you know, when you think they're over there and what some of those people have been through with the recent happenings and the weather and everything over that way. They've had a pretty shit, really, to be honest with you, in the last month or so. So let's hope you bring a smile to their faces in a couple of weeks. And I do thank you. I know we've been catching quite a bit on the messenger and on the phone, bro, because you've been a busy man. But thanks for taking out the time to come and join us on the show. And I tell you what, if you win it, mate, we'll have you back on the show. We do want to catch up with that winning team from next weekend's event to do a special with the winning team. But good luck, mate. Safe travels. All the best if we don't catch up with the birth of your son. Later in the year. So wish yourself and your lovely lady all the best, mates. And I can't wait to catch up and see you down in Parliament in a few weeks, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. And on behalf of the Giants, I'd like to say thanks to you guys for having us on here. Obviously, just myself, and a big thanks to our sponsors who have supported us through the carry on of COVID and whatnot. And to get us to next weekend, it's going to be pretty special to be there and make it happen. So thanks to you two here for having me on board. And up the G.
Pleasure, mate. I wish you some luck, but because you're in the same group as my Hawkeyes, I won't give you all the luck, you know?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Hey, I'm going to say it, bro.
Mate, and good luck with teams and the birth of your new child too, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Up the G, bro. Go to the Giants. Yeah, bro. See you later. He's a good
that was a good one today, old Ethan Rees.
You know, I'm going to go and change ship next day. We're going to be going, come on, the Bay.
Come on, the Bay. I'm going to have to play the song. I'm going to have to play it, kids. You know,
I know. Well, we better bring in the O'Brien family, father and son, Regan and Kairyn. Are they sitting there waiting for us? Let's bring these two in. This is going to be a laugh. There they are. Look at
there they are.
Yeah, look at the way. Mate, earlier on in the show, we caught up with Kerry and Seth from the Busters. We just had Ethan, obviously, for the Giants. You would have just caught that chat with him as well. You guys, the Hawkeyes, and it's kind of just worked out. We didn't even plan it like this, but you guys are all in the same bloody group, and we're interviewing you on our second night of the Cockpit Media Show. Man.
Yeah. I was watching the whole thing, trying to get some secrets, but no one let anything loose.
Mate, thank yous both for taking out the time to join us here on this Tuesday evening as part of a build-up. You know, it's the hype that we look forward to, and everyone just loves the hype. 2 weeks away, mate, counting down.
Oh, no. It's been too long. I was looking forward to February. You know, it's a bit cold for us old fellas now, eh?
Hey, you're right, mate. Take some and put it on here. He's got some on here too, you know. You were showing us before.
This button's moving.
Oh, well, there he goes. Here he goes. Look at that. What's he doing? Look, he's stuffing it up.
What's that sound?
No matter what we play.
They'll be pumping that weekend. They'll be pumping.
Come on, get on! Hey!
Come on, the Bay!
Come on, the Bay!
Yeah.
Wait!
All right.
Come on, the Bay!
He knows the bloody song, eh?
Here we go. Had to be done.
Had to be. He boosts up the Hawkeyes like you don't know, mate. Trust me. We have to hear it in our world of the online and every bloody thing around Palmy teams. And when you win, you know, and I tell you, I said to Craig Booker, you're coming to me to teens 1 year, mate. And that was a couple of years ago. And guess what bloody happened? The bloody Hawkeyes won, you know? Look at them.
It's good.
I even got ready for this year too. I made my own phone case. You see, look.
Sweet. We got that on the back of the shirts.
Yeah. Well, I have to make that's the unfortunate thing. You see, being the size I am, I have to actually make my own Hawkeye shirt.
Oh. He did do one. Honestly,
Mike saw me wearing it at teams last year. He said, "I want one of those."
Well, go and hit up Mike Mac this year, and you might be able to get his one.
Yeah.
Hey, just the fans that are on board, thank you for your comments. Keep them coming through. We've got a wonderful prize too from Garage 16. We're going to be giving away. And also Seth has actually autographed one of his graphic works. That's going to be part of their package as well. Zalia Wyatt, yeah, the Hawkeyes. The fans are already jumping in. Dana Kuhn, yeah, Koro and older brother Kairyn, up the Hawkeyes. Mate, look at this. Harley Rob, we caught up with Harley. He was a bit pixelated yesterday. He was too busy checking out his bloody OnlyFans page. You know what he's like, Harley.
Hey, SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, yeah. Oh.
Don't sniff us off. Spongy wants you to sniff.
Oh, this is good fun. Kairyn, still the best unbeaten 6 driver. Harley Rob. Jenny's giving you shit already, mate. Oh, Tracy Vincent, thanks. Yeah, no, hey, she says, hey, guys, yeah, man, this is just unbelievable, actually, having all these people on the show, and this is what it's about, building the hype. So how prepared, let's come back to the Hawkeyes. How ready are you guys, because this is a totally different team, and it's about bringing new blood through, get everyone used to the whole Palmy thing, even though they've most already sat down and been part of it in their lives. Regan, for you, mate, you've been there. You're a legend in the Hawkeyes. What does this mean for you having your son next year, but also kind of rebuilding the Hawkeyes?
Yeah, well, a couple of years ago, we only had one car, so I gave up and retired the last year. The Hawkeyes won it, and so Kairyn could have a turn and get into it. And then last year, obviously, he missed making the team and was reserve driver, and the boys didn't really go that well. And I tell you what, it was bloody frustrating sitting on the sideline watching, knowing really deep down I hadn't had enough. I needed to come back. So the only way I could do that was buy him a car. Have his own one, and then I could come back and have a turn. So, it's been one of the things I want to do, because obviously me and Kairyn are only 16 years apart. So, hey, I seen Pete with Asher and Ethan teams racing Palmy, and I wanted to do that with my son. So this year's a great opportunity for him to actually look after me for once.
Must be special though, Regan, in all seriousness, to be able to race teams with your boy, and represent Hawkesbay. It must be something pretty special, really, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's pretty cool, and because I'm the older fella in the team, I've told him he's had to be out and fix my car this week and get it ready. Otherwise, I can't look after him.
Yeah.
So my car's got to be 110 top notch, and if it breaks, it's his fault.
Hey, listen, I just wonder. There's been a bit of everyone's sort of asking. People have asked me, do I know who is in the actual team? Because there's been some drop out in there. Are you able to tell us who the team is that's going to be going next week?
So obviously there's the 4 of us, me, Kairyn, Quinn, and Scott McEwen, and then obviously Paul was Zach Lawrence. He was chomping at the bits to get down there, and he blew a motor in Palmy a couple of weeks ago. So he had to withdraw from the team. So we've got old Quinn and Butcher on standby. He raced last weekend, hadn't raced for nearly 12 months, and comes out and gets 2 firsts and a third on his first night.
I heard he went well, yeah.
I think he thought he was a bit like God, and the river's just, the sea's open. But so no, he drove real well last week, and then obviously we've got Easter Champs this Saturday, so fingers crossed he gets through that, and his car's all good. He's just got a short workout, and then hopefully we can confirm he's in the team, or we'll be on the hunt again for another car.
Okay, so that last person hasn't been confirmed yet.
Nah.
Okay. And yes, Tracy Vincent, it is Regan on the left and Kairyn on the right. So Regan's the one with the all red.
That's my dad.
Oh man, you guys are hilarious. You're a good bunch of guys. You bring the fun to it, and I know Mike Mack has done everything and with the team over the years gone by, and everyone bloody hates trying to get past Mike Mack. You just don't know what he's going to bloody do, Kairyn, just for you, mate. For you, Kairyn, here's a question for you, right? You are winning the race for the Hawkeyes. These guys have dad up on the bloody wall when you're thinking, shit, do I go carry on and win this race for the team, or do I help dad get him off the wall? What do you do, mate?
Oh, look, if he's silly enough to let himself get smoked like that, well, that's all on him.
Straight card.
I get the same airful when I get in the pit, so he would just cop it when I get in the pit.
It doesn't matter, mate, when you get there. If you get their bloody checkered flag, who cares what happens? He'll be jumping out of his car ball, running out and go, yeah, that's my boy, yeah.
Hopefully.
About time you did something right.
Hey, Wayne Christopherson wants, with no Waikato team this year, he's a big supporter of you guys. He says, go Hawkesbay. Big Spraybrook has gone, hey, Hawkesbay. Done the big shout out to you guys. Oh, Seth's still watching, bro. Oh, Seth, bro. He's still watching, eh? Hey, OGs, the OGs.
Lamb chops.
Lamb chops.
Yeah, he's good on the lamb chops, I'll say.
Oh, better bloody remember that, eh? It's a good squad that you made mentioned here, and it's a good question by Tracy Vincent, Regan. Good squad, even without Randy.
Yeah. Hey, Randy and Lofty, they both had their reasons to go to Auckland, and we wish them all the best. We'll probably see them in the final, hopefully, and it'll be good. But we've got a good squad. They're keen. Good to have Scott McEwen on board this year. His wife and all that's from Hawkesbay, so he's really tight with the Hawkesbay lads down here. One of his best mates, Brick Cruz for Jason Long, Aussie.
Yeah.
So good to have him. And then obviously with Kairyn, he's been chomping at the bits. He's watched me for 20 years, teams race. So if he stuffs up, then he hasn't been watching properly. And then we've got, Quinn Ryan. He's been doing a few teams now, so he knows what to do. And it's good.
Yeah,
bring
mate.
back the fun. If we can go and have fun, we'll do well.
Yeah. Exactly, mate. And that's it, bringing back the fun and keeping the fans happy. They seem to be a big part of it. I know how mad your fellas fans get when you win those titles. I've seen that front on, and they just go crazy like every fan does, and well deserved too,
Calmly, mate.
Yeah, this fella, the bloody fence nearly fell down, mate. And then he had Mark Eagle. He was still bloody pissed. He actually sobered up after that when you guys have won it from being in the state from the railway, and then he sobered up just like that, And that's what it's about, the importance of the fans, the atmosphere. Ethan just loves the atmosphere. Ethan Rees, he spoke about that. Even Seth, he's just amped. What does that parade mean to you guys when you're getting ready to roll on out?
Yeah, well, for me, and my first taste of the parade was when Mike Mack was racing in the Hawkeyes and Wally True's old car.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And sitting on the front of the car, just looking at the crowd going, wow, this is massive out here. Like, we've watched it for years. I need to get me a super stock and I need to get out here. And then to do it, and you take someone out and you look in the crowd and everyone's just cheering and you're sitting there going, wow, that's me. It just pumps you up to like, where's the next car? And then you're like, there's only two other cars going, and it's cool. It's just it vibes you up big time, and I just love teams race every weekend.
Wait, everyone we've bloody spoken to on the show, we only started it yesterday with the Glen Eagles, the Scrappers, and the Warriors, and mate, they said exactly the same as you. They just want the team race every bloody weekend.
Going around in circles is boring, man. Just chasing 18 cars. These young fellas like it because they love to go fast, but us old school guys, mate, we like to crash and bash, and that's why me auntie, a few months back there, I was bugger this, and went out there and held up the last race and had some fun, and the spectators were coming up. It's the best race we've seen in ages, and because super stocks don't hit apart from teams.
Yeah, you need. I always say bring back the bit of the biff, and I'm a big fan of track code before mates too, unfortunately. So, I think when that pit gate shuts, your mate's back on the trailer. He's not on the track, and you protect the track code. So, and I think that we've lost a bit of that throughout the years, because everyone's mates. You guys, like you say, but we all say after the racing, we're having a beer and we're still mates. So, hit them on the track.
And that's it. It's the younger generation, like this guy's generation and all that. They're all in the mini stocks racing together.
Yeah.
You got cell phones and Facebook and all that now, so everyone's interacting. Back in the day, mate, we looked in the driveway and went, "Oh, there's two gizzy stock cars coming up the drive. We're going to have some fun tonight." And then the teams racing thing, you kind of had to listen through the grapevine for who the team was, and then off you went to stock car teams. But Palmy teams, it's just next level. It's just you got to be involved in it, otherwise it's boring.
Yeah, mate, you're totally right.
What a Kairyn, you're getting. Think you're going to lose some sleep next week thinking about it, or?
I'm already losing sleep. I was up till midnight last night just watching YouTube. Jason Long told me to calm down the other day. I still got 2 weeks. I'm just ready to go. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So how do you prepare yourself, Kairyn? Look, you can take the advice of Dad, but most probably, honestly, you're not going to listen to him half the bloody time, as these young ones don't. You go out there and do your thing, and how do you focus yourself to get prepared to think, you're in this Hawkeyes team, you got your chance, forget about what others said about last season, you're going to be out there, and, mate, are you amped or what? What's the deal?
Yeah, pretty pumped up. Well, I've got pretty much 3 of the best coaches you could ask for, like Jason Long, Dad, and Mike Mack, they're all there to lead us away, so pretty much I'll go out there and do my best, but if I'm shit, well, there's no going back from that. Because
but don't put too much pressure on yourself, though, mate.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. Like I've been trying to think that just no pressure, just go out. Because although I know a few people have hit me up and said, you'll go mean because he goes mean. Well, he doesn't play good rugby and I can, so.
yeah. But you don't play rugby because you don't play for my Taradale, so.
But it's just, I'll just go out. I'll go out and do my best. We're all going to make mistakes and whatnot, but in my, first proper team champs I've raced at. I did one for the Glen Eagles, but I only done one race because I've done a dumb move. He told me after. But, and I've kind of learnt from that sort of stuff, and I've watched plenty of teams racing, so if I leave myself open, I probably won't do that again.
Yeah.
So, I'll just go out, give them my best, do what I can.
And enjoy yourself, mate.
Enjoy yourself,
Yeah.
Have some fun, make the most of it.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. And that's it. You mentioned social media platforms earlier on there, Regan, and how it's all changed from back in the day. You get these bloody buggers out there who are keyboard warriors. If you do the best hit in the world, mate, they just love you to death. They think you're the person, you're the man. You just pulled off one of the biggest hits. But if you do something bloody wrong and all shit goes out, mate, Jesus Christ, they just type in there, go hard out and give you hell. It's like, come on,
Yeah. That's you just hand the helmet over and you watch them run pretty quick.
Shane Durant quickly, he's asked a question, is there any hair issue in the O'Brien camp? He had to ask it, typical of bloody him. He had to ask.
No hair issue. I've just got a good friend called Schick.
Good sponsor.
I was supposed to be a couple of grand a year for Schick.
Tyson Wooten, Tyson, a lot of respect to you, my friend, and we are going to capture you sometime soon, have a chat with you on our show. Massive respect to the O'Briens. You're an awesome family.
Yeah, same as the Wootens. I've raced for years with Tony and Tyson when he was only a little fella running around the old stock car track, and they're good boys, and they always say g'day to you, always have a yarn, and that's one thing I love about Speedway is you just don't have friends in your own town. You got friends everywhere, and especially us old school stock car drivers. We used to be all crash and bash, and now we like to go a bit faster and a little bit of crash and bash, but always have time for each other, and they're good boys, those Wooten boys.
Yeah. So how important really is family, to the makeup of the Hawkeyes and most of all the other teams, the importance of this family thing is just huge, mate. You look at you two, father and son, mate, that's just cool, but the importance of the family is amazing.
Yeah, it is, because, like Ethan and that was saying earlier on, we're out in the shed every night, and it can be quite a selfish sport because we spend all the money on our cars. We go in the shed every night and work on them, and then we're the ones that race them and get the fun.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, what's happened there?
And the family just, and then your kids grow up and they prove for you, and then they cost you more money if they want to race, But it's family.
Kairyn's got a good boss, mate.
I know. How does that work? I buy him a race car. I pay his wages. He gives me $100 back of that wages to go towards the car each week. And then if he gets hurt this week, I've got to pay him sick pay.
He's cracked it, mate. He's cracked it.
I'll tell you what.
I'm never leaving home.
If he starts up at Team Shams, he's on $100 a week for the next month.
Oh man,
family's cool, and like my old man raced for years, and if it wasn't for old granddad, well, actually my car wouldn't be going. His was, because granddad don't work on his car. But he's always coming over on when he can, and race nights, and does everything on the cars, and tells us when we missed the bolt, and you can't do it without your family. If your family went into it, it would be hard to do it.
Yeah, and of course your crews as well, who do all the work and behind the scenes. You do all the glory stuff out there on the track. Whatever happens, whether you win and you're driving along with a flag, you celebrate. But if the car's being towed out on a truck or a bloody tractor, it's the crew that do all that hard work, put the hard work in to get you back out there for the next race.
Yeah, and that's it. When, especially at teams champs, when you win a teams race. The year was my first year when I won the second year. The Hawkeyes won it. Coming around to the pits and seeing all the crew jumping and cheering, you look at it and you go, boys, as much as this is for me, it's for you as well, and seeing the enjoyment on their face just makes you feel good. It's when you come in and everyone's giving you a clap, but you've just got a hiding out on the track and I don't know where the car is because it's on a tow truck somewhere. You let the crew down, you feel bad,
Yeah.
I see the comment here from Ross Ashby says, hard to retire, eh, Regan?
It definitely is. I've been trying to retire for like 5 years, but why should I pay for him to have fun?
Yeah.
Oh, Kairyn, you're going to have to up their bloody $100 soon, mate. Hey, have more fun.
I would have sold his car, then he has to retire and then just put all that money into my car.
And like Ross has got a good comment there, Horse, out of retirement. And Horse took a little break there for a while, come back out. And it's about you guys giving back to the team, your home track, and building this next generation, because they are the future of success for that club. And I know the Hawkeyes have had success, and it's all on the back of your shirts and everything. And that fella bloody above me, he lets me know all about it all the time, So the importance of you guys coming out of retirement, the years of experience and the knowledge that you have when it comes to the event, it's so valuable to the likes of Kairyn and many other youngsters.
Yeah, it is, because, you got a lot of these kids that are coming straight from mini stocks, straight to super stocks, and, they online gaming and they can race online and a hit. But when you do the real thing, it's a little bit different, and you need that knowledge from the older guys, for us to pass it down and say, hey, look, you done well in that teams race, but you done this wrong and you done that wrong. And the only way you're going to learn is by stuffing up. But if someone can help you there and correct what you've done wrong, and the next race you go out there and you win, or you do better, then it's an improvement. And I can't keep doing it forever. Matt can't keep doing it forever. We're all getting old, and these young fellas are coming through, and they need to be able to pass it on to the younger ones again. So my part coming back this year was pretty much, I hated watching last year. Get a chance to do it with Kairyn and help out where I can.
I guess it's no different when we had Ethan on, when he talked about his dad, what his dad means to him when he's out there. He's racing alongside his dad, and no different to used to. And you would have heard Ethan say, he's going to be a dad. It is a boy coming up in August, and the name's going to carry on, the Rees name, in that way. And it's good to see that O'Brien name's going to carry on, mate. And, there's a big future there. And I have to say, not only just you two, but what has happened at the Hawkesbay Club itself. We caught up and we're very, very lucky. And we caught up with the winners out of the World 240s and the women's comp. And the other one, we caught up with Quinn, Jace, and what was the lady's name? I can't remember. Emma. We had it was just so cool. But just talking about the hype of the track, what that means to everyone down there, this is just unreal, actually. And you guys have come along a real long way. It's just awesome. It's mean.
Yeah, it is. It's cool, like for Miani to take out the girls, the tier 2 and tier 1 at 240s was just awesome. And it picks our track up, it picks our club up. And we always do quite well in our individual titles. But for a stock car meeting, for us to take the top honours on all three, and I know how hard Gemma's worked at the girls champs. She's been unlucky over the years because there's Dominique's been racing with her. And Gemma I've known since she's a little girl, with her dad racing streeties with my old man. And so it was awesome to see Gemma win it and actually finally get that reward for all the hard work. And then obviously with Quinn to take out tier 2 and just miss out qualifying on the 240. It was awesome, with this fella here having in the repechage this close to qualifying for the 240s. And
he was going very, very well at Rotorua for those 240s.
I don't know where he learned that racing from, but he rode really well. So it's cool to see our whole club and all our drivers and our younger drivers doing so well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what about the scrutineering's not in the square this year, as we all are aware now, especially after confirmation from Bruce last night. You're going to have all your merchandise and everything in the pits there for scrutineering and everything like that, are you? The Hawkeyes?
Yep. So we've got our trailer. That will have all the t-shirts and I think got hats, and I think I'm going to have to steal a beanie this year because it's going to be cold down in Palmy. Keep the old dome, mate. Don't get cold. But we're going to have all that there, and it's a bit of a bummer about the square, but hey, that's the things. One thing I like, I only have to unload the car once. Don't have to load it back up and move again because I get a bit puffed doing that at this age now.
Hey, Joshua Swadnell's put in a question. We're just talking about families before, Josh. When is Kairyn going to carry on the name?
It's just the wrote a comment then too. I don't know if we want to say.
Yeah, I'll say this other one because Dominic, he had to put it in there. I don't know if you see this comment. Kairyn can't carry on the name. He's not a real O'Brien. Oh God, here we go. Mate, giving you flack, aren't they? They're already giving it to you.
So at the moment, his legal name is actually Burns. So he takes after his mother's name. So that's why he still sits down to piss, I think. He wants to. He's going to change his name to O'Brien, and I just got to give him the $120 to do it. But man, he's got to win team champs first.
Oh, you got to win it. When you take a look at Chris Bailey, he's always watching the show and he races with us online. He's put in there with another mate of ours that races. Thoughts on Mark Eagle? Regan, would you put him up the wall?
I don't need to put him up the wall to protect him from others. He's good value, old mental one.
Oh,
He's good value. Yeah. He was a manager a couple of years back for the old Orange Roughies.
Yes.
Into it. Yeah. He raced the stock car for a while and got out and done it. And he's a good fella, good loyal supporter for Hawkesbay. Yeah. We love old mental. He's good.
Good stuff. Zalia just made mention, Regan. You can't forget us. You can't forget about us, the merch ladies. You got to give a shout out to the merch ladies, mate. Claire and everyone else, Dana.
Yep, they get out there and sell all the shirts and all that, and so they do a good job. They flick it out. Hey, selling the merch helps bring money back into the team kitty and helps repair our cars. So everyone buy heaps of merch.
Awesome, mate. Love it. You can see it all on their actual Facebook page as well. So make sure you jump on there and support these two guys and the rest of their team. And mate, 2 weeks are not far away, Regan. We're not far away, Kairyn. Man, I'm getting napped already just talking to you guys. How?
I've got to keep this fella focused at work because, Dad, did you know? Blah, wait, you got work first, mate. Okay?
Did he say it's all right? I know my boss well. He'll let me off.
Yeah. The fucking boss will give you a pay cut too.
Hey, so we've got all the merch out at the track this weekend for Easter?
Yep. So we hope to have the trailer out there on Friday and Saturday night. Hopefully the storm that's coming on through doesn't really come to much.
I want to take my grandkids this Saturday, so.
Yep. So, we'll have all the merch out there, and we'll have a couple of cars out there on display with the new design and that this year. Designed up by old Zach Lawrence, a Vision
cool.
design. So, the cars are looking good. So, Kairyn's cars kind of looks a little bit better than mine this year. Actually, I'm a bit jealous.
So come next week, the build up. Does things change for you? How do you prepare for teams? Like what's your general thing for teams each year, Regan? Like you've been a few times now. So when it comes to those days before teams. Are you hours and hours in the shed? What is the O'Brien's going to do this year in the final week building up to teams?
I'm going to catch up with Shortland Street while he gets my car ready. I know it's teams for me. I don't get nervous.
Yeah.
If anything, sometimes I don't know. I think I could be too relaxed, but I've done probably a couple of 100 teams races now over the years, and it's just an excitement for me building up to it. But we get out, we check the cars over. Some guys re-steal all their cars and new side rails and bumpers and all that. Well, if it ain't too bent, I'll leave it on there because it's going to get buggered anyway.
Yeah.
But let's check the car over, go over everything. I like to be, Saturday, Sunday. So Thursday night, I'd probably be loading up the cars. Kairyn, I'm not sure what he's going to do this year. I'm going to loosen a few bolts just to see if he can find them. But
Hey, just remember your age and don't forget which ones you loosen in case he doesn't find them.
Not totally different, but old age, we'll be loosening his own bolts and.
But yeah, so hey, and normally me and Kairyn and my dad are in the shed getting the car ready. So this year I've kind of used Easter Sunday as a working bee on the cars.
Okay.
I want to start building our spares and our side rails. I've already built his side rail.
Yeah.
Get the cars ready. The old man's going to come out. We'll go through the 2 trailers, make a list if we need to get anything, and then we can just have a cruisy week.
Awesome.
Leading up to it, because we work together and we're busy at work as well, and so we can't sort of let work get in the way of racing because that pays for it.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Totally. All right, guys. It's nearly knocking on to 9 o'clock, but Dirt Nut says, "Yep, yeah, it's good to talk good shit all day." That's what he's saying, Dirt Nut. Dave Thomas asked a good question. Are you guys actually staying in Palmy, or are you traveling back to the base?
No, we're staying in Palmy at what's the name of the motel?
Things like Azure.
Yeah.
It's on the main road coming into Palmer.
Yeah, I know.
Albert.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Motel.
Yeah, that was a good stomping ground for me back in the day, the Albert. Oh.
We just, after working on the cars, we just sneak through and get a couple Oh no, we don't. Numb the body.
Numb the body. You reckon? Madu Goodley. Madu says, "Could we see O'Brien 100-meter sprint down the grandstand straight?"
Oh, not from me. More like, you need a sprint. If we win it, he's going to do it for us.
It's supposed to say when we win it.
Yeah, we are going to win it.
Tracy Vincent asks, are you guys going to go to Auckland teams after Palmy? It's only a few weeks after that.
Yeah, we haven't really spoken about it, to be honest. It's one night in Auckland this year, from what I can gather. So, we'll just get Auckland Palmy out of the way, and then we'll reassess. We'll sort of obviously car damage, and we'll see what happens. And it's only 2 weeks, and it's another short week after Palmy. So we'll see what happens. Auckland's cool though. I love Auckland. Way better than Palmy. Palmy's good atmosphere. Auckland's massive teams racing.
Yeah. Unforgiving wall, like Ethan said and many others have said, a bigger track, and it's the first over the line. That's what you love.
That's cool. Yeah, I love Auckland. I've only done Auckland a couple of times, and but I love it. That's cool. He's never done it. So, hey, if we're all good to go and want to get a team going to Auckland, then it looks like we'll be going to Auckland.
Awesome, mate. Hey, I'll tell you what, though, guys, it's just been so awesome to have your energy and to have you two join our show. That's bringing our show for night 2 of our Teens Build Up special from the Hawkeyes, father and son, Regan and Kairyn. I wish you guys all the best, mate. Safe travels to Palmy. Do it for the Bay, and I know this guy above you be just chomping it to get down there and watch you guys. He'd love to be there.
I'm not going to make it this year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
you're not coming?
No, I made the call of the COVID thing and my heart thing that I would miss it this year, and then next year I'll be there with bells on. So,
great,
mate, you're in the final. I'll be ringing him. You want to jump on his car? He's thinking now. He's thinking now.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that'll get him there, mate.
Hey guys, thanks for doing this. Hey, this is. Like Booker was talking to me a couple of weeks ago about it, and it's awesome what you're doing for the build-up, and you just got to tell by how many people. I watched it all last night, listening to old Harley, old SpongeBob.
Yeah.
It's cool to have a laugh and do something like this, because like you say, next week we're all crazy.
Yeah,
totally.
We appreciate the time you took for us as well, guys. And it's always thank you.
Thank you both. Thank you to your fans out there, to everyone that does all the work at your awesome club in the Bay there. And there's a lot of people who volunteer hours and everyone that makes the facility look the spectacle it is, and to everyone that races out there supporting you, because you've got a huge fan base that will travel on through, mate. It's just been fun, and that's what we're about here at Cockpit Media, having fun, chewing the fat with you guys, finding out a bit about you, just talking shit and that, and letting everyone know out there if they really want to get along and support. As Bruce said, there's tickets available. Ticket Tech, love to see you there.
Tickets there. Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
See you guys.
Awesome. Thank you. Mate, how cool was that?
That was awesome.
Cool. Yeah, good to have Regan and Kairyn on there as well from the Hawkesbay and having a bit of fun, and that's what we're about here at Cockpit Media, but also getting down to the business side of things, how they prepped themselves for teams. Ethan, who represented the Gisborne Giants as well, it was good to catch up with Ethan Rees, have a good chat with him for about another half an hour, and of course who started the show was of course the Baypark Busters, Kerry, Remnant and Seth McConchie. Seth's making his debut, and like Kairyn at Palmy as well in a couple of weeks. So I do thank everyone that's helped organise tonight's show, our second show. Obviously, as you had the Busters, we had the Giants, and also we had the Hawkeyes. Bro, it's just rocking and rolling.
No, it's good fun. And tomorrow night we've got the Kings, the Rebels, and the Panthers. So another big night of 3 teams coming on to talk to us. The show starts at 7:30. We'll have another prize pack to give away. Reno will pick a winner, and we'll post that up later for the winner for tonight's prize pack. So yeah, we thank everybody for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed our show tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So appreciate everyone. Come back and tune in tomorrow at 7:30, and appreciate all the comments. Keep them coming in, and keep an eye on the Cockpit page. We'll give you the winners' details. Thanks to Garrett 16. Also, thanks to Seth for the nice artwork that he's autographed and given to us. Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been an awesome night, actually.
It has. Very good.
Yeah, we've got a couple more to go. 2 more big nights.
Yeah. So tune in tomorrow, 7:30. Hey, same bat channel, same bat place, and we'll be into it. So
That's
thank
us.
you, Kins. I thank you for your help tonight, and see you tomorrow night, mate.
All right, mate. All right, take care, everyone. Be safe out there. Catch you back tomorrow, 7:30. See ya.
16 Sport, a new platform for Speedway fans. Hundreds of videos, the latest action on demand and free to view. Plus, the Speedway show, Dishing the Dirt. Check out the pay-per-view section for upcoming live streams. Browse Speedway merch and other awesome items in the online shop. Join G16 Nation. Scroll through your newsfeed, post photos and videos, join groups and connect with the Dirt community. Visit g16sports.co.nz today.
Y'all don't really want it like here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like double L. I said so. I keep the bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful, and I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full line. In it to win it, to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop all your friends, man, please. This is ain't cynical, man, on subliminal. I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, little mama claims she want a slow job, not the type be in the tank, but in that rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like it's full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like he gutter when he know he's off his butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter, you saying a writer. Girl, a quick